The mist clung to the Appalachian hills like a damp shroud, muffling the world in a cocoon of silence. Beneath the ancient oaks of Hollow Creek, the moon's light struggled to pierce through a tangle of skeletal branches. The air carried a strange heaviness, a scent of mildew and iron that made the villagers avoid the forest once night fell. But not everyone heeded the warnings. Lena had heard the stories. How the Boo Hag, a skinless, blood-red creature cloaked in the flesh of its victims, crept into homes to feed on the breath of the living. Her grandmother had whispered the tale in her raspy voice. If you wake up and can't move, it's 'cause the hag's sitting on your chest, drinking the soul out of you. A shiver ran down Lena's spine, but curiosity always burned brighter than caution. That night, the whispers came as she ventured deeper into the woods. They coiled through the air like smoke, faint but unmistakable, voices calling her name. Lena. They were soft and sing-song, carrying the weight of something old and knowing. Her breath quickened, the mist growing denser with each step. She stopped at the old cabin, its blackened timbers rotting and the door hanging loose on its hinges. This was where the Boo Hag was said to have lived before the townsfolk burned it down. A sharp creak echoed as the wind pushed the door open. Against her better judgment, Lena stepped inside. The stench of decay was overwhelming. In the moonlight spilling through a shattered window, she saw something glistening on the floor, shreds of skin glimmering wet and pink. A faint gurgling sound came from the corner. Her lantern trembled in her hand as she turned toward the noise. A shadow moved. The thing had no skin. Its sinews gleamed under the pale light. It smiled, revealing rows of needle-like teeth. "You shouldn't have come," it rasped. Before she could scream, a cold weight pressed against her chest, stealing the air from her lungs. Lena's vision blurred, and the creature leaned closer, whispering in her ear, "I've been wearing your grandmother's skin for years. It's your turn now." The forest swallowed her screams, leaving only the rustle of the wind and the smell of fresh skin.